In this lecture, I'm going to be setting up RIP, Router Information Protocol, and so this is going to be between these two routers, by the way. This 2821 and this 2811. It's going to be between those two. So first things first, we need to establish a connection between the two. They have to talk to one another first before they can do any type of routing or anything RIP and all that stuff. So let's see here. What interface is this one here? That one is 00/0 and then 030. Okay. So we're coming in here, right? And we're going to configure. So configure the interface serial 0/0, right? Yeah, perfect. So we'll put the IP address in there of let's say 172.16.30.250 253. Yeah, that's fine. 255 255 255.0 24-bit. So we're going to do no shut, right? So it's up and all that stuff. So you just see it turn green just now, right? And come on over to the other interface over here and do the same thing here. So configure, and we're going to go interface serial 0/3/0, and the IP address is going to be 172.16.30.253. Sorry, 254. Excuse me. Sub the mask is 24. 255 255.0. Okay. No shut. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay, so they can talk to one another. That's a good thing, by the way, first of all, right? First things first. So we're going to ping each other, by the way. So we're going to do exit out of here and exit out of here. And I want to be able to ping from this router to this router. So I want to ping 172.16.30.253. Oh, ping. P-I-N-G. Okay, G. Perfect. Excellent. I can ping through. Right, fantastic. And the same thing will hold true as well from here. Exit. Exit. Okay. Exit again. So I'm going to ping on the other side 172.16.30.254. Okay, perfect. I can ping through each other, so that's good. So the next thing is to set up router information protocol. So I'm gonna show you real quick a command. So this is kind of the same thing, but it's different. So we're gonna do show IP protocols. So there's no protocols listed, right? So in order to configure RIP or router information protocol, you're gonna type in the command configure first, right? So and let's take a look at what we can do, right? So since the whole router you want to set up RIP on, the whole thing. So this enables a router process. So we're going to do router. Okay. What are our options? So we have BGP. That's for the internet, of course. EIGRP. That's for interior gateway. Enhanced interior gateway routing protocol. You have OSPF, which is open shortest path first, and then you have RIP, which is router information protocol. RIP was the very first router information, or RIP was the very first protocol. It was like in the middle 70s, like 77, something like that. It came out, and then that was version one, right? And then there's a version 2, like in the 90s, and then there's another one. The other one now is called Next Gen or Gen, like Next Generation, like in Star Trek. And so, okay, so we're going to do router RIP, right? And enter, right? So now we have a possibility. So we can do route version, okay, version question mark 2. There's also a next gen as well, but let's do two for this matter. So the very next thing you want to do, right, is do um, no auto summary. You see, if you type in just rip question mark, or rather, if you're in rip router, right, question mark. So no auto summary means, hey, I don't want to enter the. For instance, you have two networks. You might have a 172.16 30.1 slash, let's say, 24, right? And then you might have a 172.16.20 dot 1, right? Slash, I don't know, 16, something like that, right? What'll happen is it will auto it'll auto summary, or it will combine the two networks into one. So you might be left with something like your network would be 172.16, you know, 20.1 slash 16, something like that, right? It combines the two, which you don't want that, right? So we don't want that either, right? So we're going to do no auto summary, okay? So the next thing to do is we want to put it on its own network, basically. So we're going to type in network and give it a network. So ours is actually going to be 10.168.128.128.0. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let's see here. Let's go exit this, right? Exit this. Want to write the everything to memory, right? And then you want to copy the running config to the startup config. That's good. So now type in show IP protocols. Okay, so we see that our protocol is RIP, Router Information Protocol. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to the other router and set up the same stuff. So routing information protocol has been set up on both routers, right? And how would you know that, right? So the command you can type is show IP protocols. That's one command, and the other one, which is not really related um, to RIP, Router Information Protocol, but you could do it anyway. You could type in show IP route. Okay, that's going to tell you like directly connected interfaces, what's connected to this, and in some cases you'll see the different types of network, or rather different types of protocols that are connected. So here's what we can surmise from all of this, right? Let's break it down a little bit, shall we? So you're just hearing about router information protocol. You're like, what does that mean? I have no idea. I'm just hearing about this. Okay, so let me show you logically how it would work, right? And then I'll show you physically, or I guess I'll show you physically here first. So typically, router information protocol, like I said earlier, it's the original protocol out there, 1977-ish, right? Something like that. And the maximum you can have, I believe, is 16 routers. So 16 inline routers, 16 hops basically, right? So you might hear like the term hop. It doesn't mean bunny. It means hand over point, is what that means. So 16 routers, meaning really the whole idea is this, right? So you can have multiple networks, right? So for instance, let's just think of this as one network. Like if you have another company, or another entity, or another, you know, another, your company has more than just First Street and Main Street, right? And so you, for whatever reason, you can't have them all on a 10 network or a 172 network, right? You might have it on a 192 or whatever. So what happens is you have like 10, let's say 10 routers, right? After every router, there's an interface that goes off of that, that goes into a switch and then goes into one of your offices, right? That supplies that internet, right? And so it might look something like this. Quite honestly, you probably don't need all these routes for these different routers, but the the reason I'm showing you this is right because router information protocol, right? So basically, the updates come here, or the router knows about the routes. Everybody, all these routes know about everybody else, right? In router information protocol, and they update the timer every 30 seconds, right? So 30 seconds it updates this one, it updates that one, it updates that one, this updates that, and so on and so forth. So that's router information protocol, and of course it's kind of an outdated protocol. So let's do that. Let me set up the router information protocol on all of these routers here, and we can take a look at it. So they're all going to be probably like this will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be like network, right? I'll do probably like router rip version 2 and the yeah yeah. So actually I'll do that in the second video. So let's wrap it up on this video. This is about how to set up router information protocol. Thanks a bunch for watching and viewing this tutorial. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and push the like button. Thank you.